Hi, I'm Randy Altman with Post Perspective. We're here at NAB 2025, and this is Terri from Luma. Terri, thanks for coming.
Thanks, Randy. Nice to be here.
So, what are you looking for at a show like this during these times? Are you here to check out partners? Are you here to just get smarter about technology?
That's a big one, like just to see where things are going. Last year, when AI really started coming into this area, I was a little upset, to be honest, because I'm a creative person. I'm an editor 40 years. I enjoy editing more than I enjoy things that I'm really supposed to enjoy. But I really like the process of it, and I saw AI was being kind of splashed onto the creative process. And this year, everything is AI, but I do notice the bigger companies like Adobe, like Magic and so on, they're really trying to not step on creativity. I can see that, even though it's a slippery slope. Right?
Yes.
But I can see there's more narrow AI, like, okay, we're solving this one problem. Like we're solving how to find media, or we're solving how to conform media or whatever. And on one level, yeah, that makes sense because that's a long, lengthy process, and yeah, maybe it is better to just have AI do it. But I was like, what? People will lose their jobs, but people have lost their jobs over and over and over in this industry because it's always changing.
100%. So, but if they train themselves on AI, there'll be opportunities to work within that part.
Maybe. But I mean, what does that mean to train?
Well, to get
yourself
smart,
on AI?
to get smarter and to use it for the good, obviously, and not. I think that you can create your own job title in a sense, because I think people are still learning about how to use it.
I mean, I hope that that's the case, Randy. I think that the other thing I see is that the theme would be how to create content faster with less decision making. And editing, to me, is decision making. Like, it's like raising a child, making a long edit,
Yeah.
How is this, how do you transition from one thing to another? What's the best message here? Like, it's a complicated process that is so personal, and the beauty in things like look at Severance, like just the amazing decisions they make about not putting the subject in the middle, but I'm going to put these running people in a white hall all the way up in left-hand corner. And that's the decision of the editor or the director, if you will. But
Yeah.
that decision puts so much tension in one shot that you're like, that's not going to be what AI does.
No,
AI's
that's
gonna put it in the
that's a
middle,
human
right?
decision to make. There's too many nuances in editing to have AI make any sort of creative decisions like that.
Right.
That would be very difficult.
But the slippery slope happens when you say, well, how about I just have AI, I'll have it transcribe all my media, and then I'll have it cut the script, just like as if I put in a prompt, make a script about this, and it's going to cut my thing, and that's my rough draft. And of course, an editor's kind of come along and fix that. But I'm like, well, wait a minute here. What am I going to do with that? Am I going to actually say that's not the way I wanted the story, and then have to redo it, or is it more likely that, especially a junior editor, is going to go, well, that's the way it said to do it.
Yeah.
And so I think for what I do, I want to do it myself. And I hope that I know that we have customers that are like, they enjoy the process of editing, so they're going to do it themselves. But I think the whole creator economy is people that aren't in the business of loving the edit. They're in the business of getting the clicks and
Yes,
getting the likes, right?
absolutely.
And maybe they'll grow into people that love the edit, but I kind of don't think so, because they have people that do their, social media for them, and then, there's products now. Oh, make me a 16 by 9, make me a 9 by 16, and they just slam something together. So I'm still processing. Like, I am still processing. Like, after NAB last year, I sat down in front of a camera and recorded my thoughts. I didn't publish it. I'm just like, I want to remember how I felt. And I'm going to go back and look at this year, because I think last year I was panicked, and this year, am I defeated or just kind of like I don't know. I mean, I'm not defeated as far as my product goes.
Yeah.
It's a great product. It's fun to use, but it's more like my 40 years. I think I've been here over 20 years to NAB. I don't know which of those years, but like I've kept coming back, and there's always been this kind of excitement. I come here and learn something and say, oh my gosh, look at that, look at this. And this year I'm just kind of feeling it went off the rails. That's the way I feel. I don't know if that's right or not, but it does feel that way.
We're in a transition period, and everybody. Rami Katrib from Digital Film Tree was here just before you, and he was talking about how he needs to be nimble and adapt, and almost behave as though he is like a very tiny company, a generalist in a sense, and then adapt. And he's been privately owned for 25 years, and they just through everything they've just kept keeping on. So I think that's really smart. He's looking to do more of that and getting away from the old model.
I mean,
a bit more.
You kind of have to if you're in the business of making a lot of content fast.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily I'm not in that business. I'm in the business of making an experience for people who want to edit. And so I don't have to run the rat race as far as trying to make content faster. More, it doesn't even matter if it's sloppier, it just has to be faster, you know?
Right.
I'm not in that, so I'm okay with, I feel bad for people that have to do that, but it's not me. Yeah, it's going, you know, the thing is, the industry will go where the viewers accept it to go. Like, viewers tell us what to give them.
Right.
Well, at least the algorithms of viewers tell us
That's
what
true.
to give them.
Yep.
And so if someone's clicking constantly on bad content that's badly edited, then that is what we're going to get more of, right? And that's what they're going to get more of, and that's what needs to be created more. But I feel like, you know, people talk about a hype cycle. I don't think there is a hype cycle for AI, because it's just going to keep going and changing and getting more powerful. So I don't believe we're in a hype cycle for AI, but I think we're in a human hype cycle of how much are we willing to give up? How much are we willing to give away?
Right.
Are we willing to give away our stories? Are we willing to, I mean, we've already given away all of our media to AI, but there's probably going to be a point when, you know, we've had enough and we just want to get back to the, like, no, I just really want to tell a story, you know, about something that happened.
Thoughtful story.
I want to write. I want to create. I want to express myself. Like, painters express themselves. Video editors express themselves. And that won't go away. But I think it can be whitewashed for a while, just kind of just blocked out while we explore something new. And that new thing, you know, I think is going to keep going on its own without us. So that's something to be aware of. But I don't know. It's been a kind of amazing journey to watch video. When I started video editing, it was tape to tape, you know, and there was no nonlinear. And the decisions that we made were so slow and so deliberate, and they were really literally to the frame. Like, that would make a big difference if you cut like before someone's hand went off the frame or after, and there would be discussions about this, you know, in a group of people, right? Yeah. And now it's kind of like, who cares if their hand's off the frame? Oh, whatever.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think it's been kind of an amazing journey. I feel like really lucky that I started this journey at the exact right time to actually have a career in it, and then develop a product for it, and then, you know, have that be successful. And now I'm not done yet, but I have a little bit more in me.
Yep.
Coming up. But yeah, I just don't know if like the next generation will have that, because look, if you can learn to press a button that says do it, so can my son, who's 10 or 11 or 12,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't take a lot. The problem is it doesn't take a lot of skills to
That's
push
right.
a button.
That's right.
So,
Well,
we'll see where we are. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe next
year.
we'll come. Yeah, we'll come back next year and have this conversation and see where
I
we're.
would come for you, but I may not go.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for stopping by
Yeah.
and chatting and being really thoughtful about everything.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.